this should be... Oh, that's better. Hi there. I'm doing a totally impromptu stream because I can. Holy shit, 2 AM, you should be sleeping. Well, it's 8 here. Oh, 2 AM, yeah. Well, today I'm just trying to catch up on some stuff. Perhaps doing a little bit of gaming and, yeah, some reactions. Okay, hold on. Let me switch to something else. Can I get a chat box here?
$2.5 billion years ago in the Siderian, a massive event is about to begin that will change the
Hey there,
planet
guys.
forever.
Sorry, I was quickly checking out a video by Kurzgesagt here, one of my favorite channel of all times.
Reaches the atmosphere in large quantities, paving the way for more complex life.
They do some kind of chill hop kind of thing here with the whole course of the lifetime of the planet. It's pretty cool. Oh, night shift. Okay, I understand. So, do you guys mind a little bit of interactive work here? Because the Game Awards is on the 7th, so that's not too far away. For my fellow gamers, that is. And we can already vote on this. And I would like to try to do that. Hey there, guys. Oh, I suppose you have to sign in. Vote now. Yeah, December 7th. Ooh, I'm interested in finding the nominees for this. Master Cheese. Okay, so people keep on asking about my accent, so let me just clarify something. I am Cameroonian born. For those who know of the country, literally on the equator line in Africa. And there we are mostly bilingual. Of course, the country is divided in that two regions, just like the English-speaking one and the French-speaking one. But in school, we are brought up to speak both languages. So I have that, and as well as like 3 different languages, mostly 2 like clan languages that we speak locally in the country. So that also has affected my accent. And of course, speaking Danish, where I've been raised half of my life, that is also affecting it. But because I've like taken a bunch of languages to me, it's like a culmination and a weird mix, a smoothie of like everything. So yeah, sometimes I can sound more or less British, but sometimes it also trickles down to something more like, I don't know, German. It's weird. But yeah, a bunch of languages, just to clarify with the accent thing. So that's why I may sound like an enigma. Yo, Battlefield is a goat. You can't go wrong with a name like that. Okay. Anyways, let's pick up on this thing here regarding the Game Awards. All right. So let's start voting. I'm gonna just do this. Oh, Game of the Year. Oh, wow. So these are the nominees. Let me zoom out a bit so we can have all of those in one. So we streamed Alan Wake earlier. Last month? No, this month. And it's great. I haven't finished it yet, though. I'm only halfway through the game. But it's not quite a Game of the Year contender for me. That will have to go to Baldur's Gate 3. Like, way too many hours in it. It's like a no doubt one here. I don't know, perhaps some console exclusive guys are gonna stick with Spider-Man. And, of course, everybody who played Legends of Zelda. I don't even know why Resident Evil 4 is on here. I don't see that as being a contender for best game of the year. Yeah, I have 400 hours in, almost 500 in Baldur's Gate 3. So yeah, I was planning on making a video about it, but yeah, we'll see if I get the time to do that. It's obviously a Game of the Year that has reminded a bunch of people of how a game that's supposed, an RPG at least, is supposed to be made. So I think it's the one. Oh, I need to sign in. Oh, Jesus. Hold on a minute. There we go. Alright, well, that will be Baldur's Gate 3. Next. Best Game Direction. I'll have to give this to Alan Wake 2. Hi there, Zeepostraw. Welcome to the stream. I think Alan Wake 2 is good on that direction. Like, some people are going to argue that Baldur's Gate 3 might be the one here, but I don't feel like it. It hasn't given me enough reason to see that artistic side of it. Like, sure, it's a beautiful game, and there are a few moments there that I can pinpoint that truly blew me away. Perhaps like the battle with Raphael, where he starts singing and stuff like that. Like a total Disney moment was pretty cool. But like Remedy is known for the art direction. They are masters of it. And especially through the latest releases of like between Quantum Break, Control, and Alan Wake 2. From what I've seen so far of the game, I gotta go with this one. Yeah, that will be Alan Wake 2 for me. Like, I'm well aware that choosing to show your choices here is like going against all the stands in the world, but I like it. I don't mind it at all. Yeah, I mean, in terms of atmosphere, you are correct. I feel it there too. And I think that that's a huge part of what should make the direction of a game stand out. Okay, next category. What do we have? Best narrative. Oh boy. Wait, what? Baldur's Gate 3 needs to win so that squirreled a dark urge. Okay, yeah. I see that. That's good. Yeah. Oh, I would love to do some VA work sometime if I get the opportunity. I've only recorded like few things for commercials. I used to work as an extra during parts of my university studies. I appeared in some commercials for like fun stuff. But yeah, I only did like a couple of voice works. But yeah, perhaps one day. Cyberpunk didn't exactly sell me. I liked what they were trying to do with like a spy drama and stuff like that. It was great. Baldur's Gate 3 has a good narrative, but still, the thing about it is that it's an RPG, a true CRPG, where you are crafting more or less like your own narrative. Obviously, things have certain endings that are kind of fixed, but still. Alan Wake 2 will have to be it for me, just because of the whole build-up. And I'm not even mentioning the fact that they've been more or less spending like 10 years or so to build up to what this game had delivered. Just standalone, it is well. It's a little bit hard to like decode, but it's definitely there. And I don't know much about Final Fantasy 16 because I didn't play it fully. I did try the demo though. Hey man, thanks Patrick. Thanks for the donation. That's amazing. And I appreciate your viewership. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with Alan Wake 2 here. So that's just me. Cyberpunk is definitely good. No doubt of that. But hopefully we'll see it in more categories. Best art direction. Ooh. Oh, this one is hard. This one is hard. World Look, Chrissy. Okay. An RPG reviewer. That's nice. I'll add it to the list. Thanks. Let me see. Note. Oh. All right. Art direction. I think that a lot of us are biased towards Alan Wake. Lies of Peace art direction is nice. I don't know, there's just something extremely appealing about it. Like revolutionary era, steampunk. It's dope. Oh, what was the right term that it was using there? Bel Air? No. Belly poke. Yeah, belly poke. That's the right term of that era. Like right before the 1800s with the Industrial Revolution. Yeah, but in Italy, and with robots. It's dope. Hi-Fi Rush was a surprising hitter for me as well. It came out of nowhere and I appreciate it a lot. Like a comic book coming to life. But it's like a toss-up for me between all these three. I don't think that Super Mario or Legend of Zelda really counts here. What do you guys think? Oh, sure, of course. If you can definitely request a reaction. What is your recommendation? Hi-Fi Rush? Yeah. I mean, god damn it. But again, if I'm if I'm choosing Alan Wake 2, that will just be a little bit too biased. Because I like this game a lot. But yeah, Hi-Fi Rush or Lies of P. You know what? I'm gonna do something here. You can slow me on Lies of P screenshots. Ah. Yeah, okay. You know what? I agree. It's like, okay, I won't go so far as to comparing Armored Core with any of these, but I will say that just like how when I'm playing Armored Core, I can pause a still of the game and get something that I deem to be absolutely fantastic in Lies of P. And I think that's a good argument. Monster Hunter by Punk Duck. Okay. Noted. Okay, well, I'm gonna use my dictatorial might here and not make this too democratic and go with Lies of P. Welcome to the world of politics. As the citizens of what are we going to call our nation, Chill Nation, I get to decide that. Now, best score and game music. Oh god. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me put a pause on this. Final Fantasy. This is not even a question. Final Fantasy is the winner here. Holy shit. Baldur's Gate didn't have it. Alan Wake 2, unfortunately, kind of stumbled on like a performance that Ika Vili and Sam Lake and all that made with the All Gods of Asgard, the fictional band that is within the game. They are awesome. But, wow. Yeah, Final Fantasy, there's no doubt here. It's too good. Holy shit. Yeah, I know that he had a great soundtrack, and that was a huge part of the gameplay as well. But we can't compare these two. There's just too much gravitas put in the work of Final Fantasy, so I'm gonna go with this one. Next category. Best audio design. Oh, we have Dead Space. Holy shit, dude, you managed 6 playthrough of Baldur's Gate? I'm on the 3rd. That's crazy. Yeah, I commend that. Best audio design. Dead Space. I eventually got to play the Dead Space remake. And I gotta say, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, it's a toss-up between these two. But also, again, Hi-Fi Rush, everything is timed with your movements. So, like, that's next level. While these two have insanely reactive sound effect and all that through your interactions and the weird timey-wimey things that you can do with different abilities, it's great. But come on. Insane level of detail in the atmosphere and for the remaster, yeah. Well, see you, PJ. Yeah, okay. So, let's do it democratically then. I guess that is a toss-up between Dead Space and Hi-Fi Rush. For those who vote Dead Space, I'm gonna need you guys for this one. Give me a 1. And for those who want Hi-Fi Rush, go with a 2. I don't think that Armored Core is a contender here. It's nice, but I don't think it's there. Dead Space or Hi-Fi Rush? I count a lot of 1s. Yeah. Okay. By democratic choice, we're gonna go with Dead Space. We'll see during the Game Awards which one is more representative of like a global vote. But yeah. Gonna go with this one. Ooh, best performance. Okay, let me scroll down here. So, Ben Starr from Final Fantasy. The demo, impeccable. There's a moment by the end of it that, at least for what I remember of it, was amazing. It like felt like the dude got hurt personally. And the screeching that he made was insane. But then we have Cameron, I don't know, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Perhaps. Idris Elba's performance, not the best. Like, it was good, it was passable again as Salmon Reed, but, like, okay, by the end of it, I really felt that vendetta that he had. But Alan Wake 2... no. Neil Newborn, though, was good. He was freaking good. Yeah, I'm only playing democratic vote when I feel like it. Yeah, I'm playing into some stereotypes right now. No, but seriously, I'm using it when I can't decide. After all, this is supposed to represent my choice, okay? But I need your help sometimes. Yeah, I know. And didn't he win the Golden Joystick Awards? Hold on. Golden Joystick Award. Neil Newborn. Yes, he won. Best supporting performance. He's good. Yeah. I mean, after having played 3 runs with Astarion, I gotta go with the guy. Yeah, Idris Elba's performance wasn't the best. It had its moments, but wasn't the best. Innovation in accessibility. Okay, I'm sorry. What the hell is Diablo 4 doing here? Can we remove this game? I don't want it anywhere. Jesus Christ, what? Who the hell? I know that they have like almost like an entire channel dedicated to the cast members playing D&D, but no, I haven't watched any of the videos yet. I kind of felt like it would have been like spoilery when they first came out, so I didn't watch those. Diablo 4 is there to remind us all there's hope for even the worst. Yeah. Unfortunately. Inaccessibility. Street Fighter 6? I have zero idea. Hi-Fi Rush, I don't even know what mode did they have there. Yeah, no, there was something to support the combos. But beside that, I don't know. PlayStation usually do have some pretty good accessibility features. So I guess between these two, Street Fighter 6 combos done by kids. Are you serious? No shot. Well, okay. I guess that it's gonna be Street Fighter 6 then, because this one still gives you a certain level of autonomy. And a newborn infant could play Spider-Man too. Holy shit. Okay, I have zero idea. I don't imagine that Mortal Kombat went too far with it. This one I know about, but I guess that PlayStation and, well, whatever Capcom tends to do is pretty out there. But I have zero idea what Diablo 4 is here. Remove that. Jesus. Okay, gonna go with Spider-Man, since the game is that easy to play. Game for Impact. Oh. Goodbye Volcano High. This one was talked about a lot. I haven't played it myself, but I heard a lot of good things about it. Space for the Unbound. I don't know this one. I haven't played it. A Chant of Sinar. Don't know that either. Oh, Terra Nil! No. Forget what I said. Terra Nil. I've seen reviews of this. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Terra Nil. It's like literally the only one with reviews that I've seen. So. Best ongoing. Apex Legends? Okay. I'm sorry, but seriously. Cyberpunk has seen the greatest revival they could ever imagine to have for CDPR. Of course, due to a nice anime and of course an expansion. Gotta remember, by the words of Idris Elba himself, it's not a DLC. CDPR has always been very good at distinguishing what is DLC and expansion. We've seen the DLCs, they are full game sized. So yeah, this one is an expansion on it. But yeah, Cyberpunk was great with Phantom Liberty, bringing life back to the game. Final Fantasy 14, I don't know that much. I think that the game has kind of fallen a bit behind. Still better than WoW. But Fortnite and Genshin Impact. Ooh. I don't know about either of those two. Like, is Fortnite not like on an endless cycle of W's? Can this game ever fail? With how it has capitalized on everything that is pop culture? My vote will go to Cyberpunk. And perhaps also Genshin Impact. But yeah, these are the two that I'm familiar with. The gambling simulators for waifus. Have you seen the revival of Final Fantasy XIV? No, I have not. Yet another thing to check. Oh! Oh my god, you are extremely right. Why isn't Counter-Strike here? Okay, they know something that we don't know. What the hell is going on? Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to upload the Stanley Parable gameplay here. It was too funny. Yeah, count on it perhaps tomorrow. Was so fucking dumb. Yeah, my first time playing the game, it was goofy as hell for like half an hour, and then I was mind blown by the rest of it. Yeah, Genshin. I mean, Genshin is always going strong, so... my vote is going to go to Phantom Liberty. At least to Cyberpunk. Totally biased here, but yeah, that's my biases. Oh, okay, perhaps it will be in a category of its own. Like CS2, CSGO 2 needs to have a mention at least. Okay, next category. What do we have? Best community support. Okay. Who put this here? What is happening? That is so dumb. Isn't this the game that has the worst DLC of the year? Plural, DLCs. Yes, BJ, we already went through the game of the year. Like, come on. That is so odd. Why did they add that in here? Literally known for not listening to the community. Community support, that goes to Cyberpunk. I don't know what goes on exactly in Final Fantasy XIV. That's one thing. Larian Studios, for the most part, have done their work. They've been patching the game as best as they could. And I say that because as much as people have mentioned that the game was feature complete and have been giving it the good old GOG 3000 by glazing this game is good, okay? But some of the acolytes are not exactly founded. Are not well founded in my opinion, okay? Baldur's Gate is nice, but people who played Act 3 on release, at least close to release, will know how broken that was. And there's still lack of content in the game, some things that were rushed, that hopefully we're going to see because the creators mentioned how they had to cut content because presumably they thought that we at least gamers were not going to like some of the stuff that they were going to implement there, but we are going to see a lot of things added to the game. That being said, they mostly did the work themselves. But I want to say community support, that goes to this thing here. It has struggled, and also No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky. Just to piss off all the Starfield fans. Yeah. We're gonna go with No Man's Sky. At least I'm gonna go with No Man's Sky. You guys can vote either Baldur's Gate or Cyberpunk. Please do not vote Destiny. Please don't do that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with No Man's Sky. Okay, best independent game. Woo! Dave the Diver and Dredge are in here. That's good. Oh, by the way, is this the part where I am a little bit dickish? Because, technically speaking, Dave the Diver is not an indie title. And even better, technically speaking, Baldur's Gate 3 is an indie title. No, Dave the Diver is great. If you haven't played that one, try it. Dredged is the perfect dad game. It's moody, it's chill, it's nice. It's just really nice. Dave the Diver is like a middle-aged guy who gets constantly disturbed by a bunch of weebs who wants to eat sushi. No, technically speaking, Dave the Diver is not an indie title because the CEO of Nexon came out actually with a report on it. Let me find it. That's an old... No, that's Kurzgesagt. Hold on. There was an interview with Nexon's president, I think. Yeah. Here we have it. I'm translating it right now because it's originally in Korean. Because of the company's name. Yeah. A collaboration between the creative development team and the central system dedicated support yields a valuable result, blah blah blah. Nexon make game like this. This is a common reaction from users who played Dave the Diver in its early access version. Nexon Challenge, which first revealed last year, has finally begun to pay off. Blah, blah, blah. Dave the Diver is Nexon's hybrid marine adventure game set in the mysterious blah, blah, blah. Well, essentially, from what I remember during this interview, there was like a whole discussion of, the nature of the funding of the game. Because if we need to go with technicalities... An indie title is not just something that is created by a small team of creators, okay? That's usually what the thing where we conflate the definitions as, because they need to be independent of funding and creation. And that's something that Larian Studio has. It's completely independent. They make the game themselves, they fund it, they release it as well. So... It's like, what's the thing here? What's the sitch? But yeah, I'm accepting it as being an indie. But if we were to be technical, it's not. But yeah, my vote was going to go for this one. Some on Twitch during a stream did mention that I should try Dredge, and I played it a bit, and it's nice. But I played this one more, so I'm gonna go with Dave the Diver. Next up, next category is gonna be Best Debut Indie. Ooh, everybody loves this one. Nope, it did not stop me from voting for Dave. I think everybody loves Pizza Towers, so we're gonna go with Pizza Towers. Wait, are you gonna consider Card to be worse than Gollum and Kong? There's no question there, everybody agreed. Pizza Tower is the one. And everybody liked that. Best mobile game. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ever Crisis. This shocked people. Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, everybody's favorite sponsor. Apparently Hello Kitty is pretty rad. But I wouldn't know that. I haven't played the game though. See, I have decided never to ever touch a Call of Duty game ever again after the latest release. Well, before Modern Warfare 3, that is. I didn't want to spend money. Actually, what is it? Ghost? It was given to me for free. So like, I went with it. So I just accepted the title, so I wasn't going to pass on a free game. But spending money on something that is like seeing those annual release that have zero soul in it, not my jam. Honkai Star Rail, I guess the one. I don't know what Monster Hunter Now is doing. So I'm gonna go with this one. Good man. Don't give your money to companies that don't respect you at all. I know it's the whole thing of should they bow to the users? Yes, they should. It's the customers that they need to please. And if they are truly in there for the love of making games, they should at least try to satisfy like the bare minimum. If you can't even have a good campaign, just a campaign, we're not talking about having like good netcode or whatever for your servers for online play. That's one aspect. Just a campaign, the thing that you can actually adjust as best as you can. No, I'm not about that. So good on you for not wasting money on that. Play Battle Bits instead. What we have here? Best VR. Ooh. Gran Turismo. What? What? There's a VR version of... What? Humanity. I haven't played this on VR. But I've seen a lot of good things about it. And this one released. Synapse. Horizon Call of the Mountain. I guess we're gonna go with either this one or Resident Evil, because you can smack Lady Dimitri. with with your VR controls. Big Mama and the mods. I'm ashamed of some mods that I've installed in Resident Evil Village. But yeah. I think Horizon Call of the Mountain might be the one. We're gonna go with this one. I think it's the more popular title here. Those are rules of nature. You see those big milkies, you go for it. It's a loft and it's on demon. Okay. Oh, best action game. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I was reading the comments there for a bit. Listen. Let me add the anime music right now. Oh, come on. That's when my browser kind of goes off. Ladies and gentlemen, Armored Core 6. I don't care what people say. This is my jam. Yo, Ghost Runner 2 is nice. But it's difficult as hell. Once you again, it's actually very comparable to Hi-Fi Rush. It's very rhythm based. Like you need to know the flow of your controls and how the game operates to like execute things correctly. Like a lot of things is super timed. And Remnant 2 was surprisingly good. Okay? Dark Souls with guns. Although there's an actual game that is Dark Souls with guns called Witchfire. I recommend that you play that one if you want to like hate yourself. It hurts. Witchfire is a hurtful game. It's extremely punishing. But for me, it's gonna be Armored Core. I think that Dead Island, I don't know, they went with something. I don't know if it actually paid off, but some people did like it. But I'm gonna go with Armored Core. There's not even a discussion here. Hell yeah. All my ravens, go and vote for that one. Okay, best action adventure. Alan Wake 2? No. I like it, but come on. I think that a lot of people are gonna go with Spider-Man. Resident Evil 4. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. It's literally the best adventure. Your favorite fanboy game? Yeah. Link just channeled that energy. Yeah, that's gonna be Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I don't know. You know what? Actually, I was invited to watch the some gameplay of that upcoming Ubisoft Star Wars game, and it has some of like what's the good comparison like? Uncharted feel to it. It's like if you wanted to play as a space pirate in Starfield with like actual good gameplay and good story, that might be the game for you. I don't know, there was just certain thing about Star Wars Jedi Survivor that I didn't quite like. It's great action. As an action adventure, I don't know so much. Compared to Tears of Kingdom, you gotta go with this. Sorry, Insomniac. The game is okay. I'm not gonna bash on it like a lot of people are getting extremely mad at Spider-Man. I don't think it's fair, but yeah, it's not gonna be that game for me. Okay, next one. Best RPG. Okay, first and foremost, we can respect that they added Lies of P here. Starfield, get out. Get the F out of here. Oh no, 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 no. This is not even a fair list. You're totally right. It's Baldur's Gate all way. Sea of Stars, I haven't played this game either. I'm going to assume that it's a JRPG, and the structure of many JRPGs, as some who have seen my reaction to Seth's video on Starfield, I went a little bit on a rant on the origin of RPGs, and JRPGs were inspired by games like Wizardry, which are very much dungeon crawlers. The thing that also games that like Lies of P have been inspired by, which is mostly about the combat and very much focused on linear structures, right? And the same also with Final Fantasy. It's very cinematic based in its presentation, and that's what they always have done. They don't have the influence that Dungeons and Dragons has had on Western RPGs, of the whole thing of customizing your own narrative, your characters and stuff like that. That's why you'll be hard pressed to actually find RPG, any type of role playing in Final Fantasy 16. Why is this game here? I'm gonna ask the same question actually, in the same light as Starfield. To be completely honest, the game is good, don't get me wrong. There's no RPG. There's no RPG in Final Fantasy 16. There isn't. It's straight up an action RPG, so it's just fighting. Role playing, no. It's not even a toss up here. It's straight up for Baldur's Gate 3. I'm sorry. In Todd we trust. Best fighting. Ooh. Okay. So I should have tried to play this one. It's rather new, just like Mortal Kombat 1. But here come all of the MK fans trying to undermine Street Fighter 6. God of Rock. I don't know what this is. Is it good? Has anyone tried it? Like, Street Fighter 6 is gonna be the one. I mean, the sheer goofiness of this game is amazing. It's like, for those who also have watched the Lythero reaction videos, like, is doing a lot of that without even having to install mods, because you can just design characters that are just breaking every single hitboxes. So yeah, Street Fighter 6 is good, but God of Rock, okay, is best family. Okay, we know that Mario is going to take this one, but where are my Pikmin fans at? If you're a Pikmin fan, then you're awesome. But you know what, Party Animals? I was a bit skeptical when I first saw the gameplay of this thing, because I imagined that it was just, a bunch of paid actors who were just trying to hype the game and being pretty, fake about it. But the game is actually pretty good. It's very goofy. It's a type that can either very much spice like a weekend with friends and family, or absolutely ruin relationships. So, the ingredients for a very good family game. But yeah, it has to be Mario. It's just good. But Sonic Superstar, I'm happy that they actually went back to more or less the roots of the game. So I like this one too, but Mario's gonna be the one. So it's like Uno. Oh no, okay. Which one is worse at absolutely ruining your relationships? Uno or Monopoly? I think that Monopoly, it just takes a little bit too long to get to the point of like actually creating a crisis between your family members. So I'm gonna go with Uno on this one, because it happens very quickly. But yeah. Yeah, Uno's the one. Uno's the one. Okay, what do we have here? Oh my god. Okay. Best Siemens strategy. This is bad. Okay. So, I have made a review of Company of Heroes 3, and I played it further after its release. As much as I appreciate what they were trying to do there with Relic, you did not capture the same feeling that you were trying to emulate with previous titles. Which, funny enough, let me show you a little something. If I can unearth this box for a bit. So, this is not paid promotion or anything. I just wanted to show something pretty awesome. For my Warhammer fans, I got a little something from the folks who are, well, who've been working on the Warhammer Fantasy franchise. More specifically, the upcoming game Realms of Ruin, who sent me a little box here with... Oh, there. My old power gauntlet is pretty nice. I really like it. I like when devs do things like this. So, well, I was part of like the original testers for Age of Sigmar, the the Sigmarines, and yeah, Realms of Ruin should be coming out tomorrow actually. And yeah, I played the game. It's pretty nice. For those who've played the Dawn of War games, you're gonna get that feeling from it. So they sent me a little bit of a gift, so just felt like showcasing it today. So it's pretty nice. Anyways, back to the list. So that whole thing here with the Sims and strategy, I think it's gonna be City Skylines for me, and or Fire Emblem. Poop volcano. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go see Skyline too. For all of the Mart fans. Okay, best sport racing. Sport/racing. I have made a vow to never ever support an EA game that is related to football or anything of the sort. No. Oh my god. Ubisoft. I keep forgetting that they made this thing. Yeah, Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels. Okay? I don't care for Ubisoft. Like, okay, wait. I haven't played this one. F1. Forza I have. Is good. But for fun factor... Hot Wheels for nostalgia. That's a W there. I really don't play that much racing sport. The Crew, I tried it when it first released. The Crew 2, no. Best multiplayer. Oh. Okay, again, why the hell do we still include Diablo on things? Super Mario is gotta be the one. As much as I like Baldur's Gate 3, it's pure hell. The multiplayer is good, okay? But it's super chaotic. At least that's how I feel. With the few times that I tried to play it with friends. Yeah, if Mario wasn't there, I was going to go with Party Animals. But yeah, I know. In a game where Street Fighter is literally there, I would go with this one. But yeah, that's just me. But yeah, Super Mario is gonna be the one. Yeah, I mean, come on. Make chaos take over the world. That's a bit much, isn't it? Okay. Now, what do we have? Best adaptation. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is likely to ruin a lot of people. This is the one that is gonna make a lot of people angry. So, what do we say here? So, base statement, okay? I'm gonna be totally based here. I know how people feel about Castlevania Nocturne. In a previous stream, I mentioned how I actually liked the show. And I know he had his flaws, but I don't care. Castlevania Nocturne was fun to me. And not only that, it introduced one of the best female vampires ever put on television. I never knew that Afro could fit a vampire this well. And also, like, there's a scene where she... No, actually, no. I'm going to put this in an edit for you guys to see afterwards. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to upload parts of this on the channel later. I don't care what people say about this. I did like the show. My literal only complaint about it was that when Belmont was receiving his powers while standing on the middle of the lake or whatever, he did not spam whirlwind abilities. That's literally it. If we wanted that moment of nostalgia, they should have capitalized on it, and everybody would have freaked out. But now to the actual real picks. it is actually obviously either between The Last of Us or the Mario movie. Yeah, I mean, if it's just either Pedro Pascal's performance or Jack Black as Bowser, just the song, just the freaking song that Jack Black bursts into, it's enough. It's enough to sell this as being one of the best adaptations. And I don't know, like, I've heard that Twisted Metal isn't as cringy as Ubisoft made it out to be during the showcase. So perhaps some people are going to like it, but yeah, we're gonna go with this one. Totally peached. Alright, next category is gonna be what? Most anticipated game. Hold on. Hold on. Of all of the games that I added in there, like, don't get me wrong, this list is nice, but I've seen Star Wars Outlaw. Why isn't Silk Song in here? I'm sorry, where the hell is Silk Song? All of these titles are based, okay? Final Fantasy Rebirth, awesome. Hades 2, bussin'. As much as people are freaking out about the whole Kiryu reprising his role in the Yakuza series as being a main character, that's nice, but this one is the one that I'm looking forward to. That's why I haven't bought the latest Yakuza game. Tekken 8, oh my lord. People are creaming their pants over this coming out soon. But Star Wars Outlaw over Silk Song? Come on. People have been pestering any roguelike chat about Silk Song coming out. Do they know something that we don't know? I suppose. But it's gonna be Hades for me. As much as I like Star Wars, Hades is just special. It's so unique. Yeah, it is that unique to me. So I'm gonna go with this one. Although Final Fantasy Rebirth, goddamn. So many good memories from this one. But I'm not gonna get stuck on nostalgia. I'm gonna go with something that is recent. For indie gaming. Okay, content creator of the year, Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse. This is not even a discussion. Like, there are very few VTubers that I follow. She is goated. We all agree on this, right? Iron Mouse, without a doubt. Yeah. I'm not even gonna let chat catch up with this. We chose her. No Johnny Somali? Bruh. Don't start. Don't start. Best esport game. Uh, okay. Here comes the mansion. You were right earlier, saying that's where Counter-Strike was going to get its mansion. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's yes. I actually got a mail for some reason, like for Dota, going like, "Hey, did you check the latest game?" I was like, I don't follow Dota specifically. Why the hell am I getting a notification on it? Like, apparently it was this big this year. But, yeah, Counter-Strike. No, esports, not mobile game. But, yeah, PUBG Mobile. Apparently, the current PUBG is not doing that good in comparison to its mobile adaptation. So, yeah. And the fact that they actually have that as an esport thing for mobile is weird. I agree. What I still don't understand is how League is going this strong. I commend them from having survived this long, so good on them. But yeah, it's gotta be CS. It's the thing that Valorant kind of tried to emulate, right? So we're gonna go with this one. Oh, you're a brave soul for playing a PUBG Mobile. I hope it's good for you. That's like really what I care about. Like, I'm not a hater for mobile game at all. Like, there's some. I have Raid Shadow Legend installed. Okay, it's not because I hate the game and I don't even play it. I have it installed because there was a time where it was fun. But I'm not gonna hate on a game just for the sake of hating. I just hope that it doesn't like that it isn't nefarious in its practices towards you or your game time. Best esports athlete. Well, this is where you completely lose me. Faker is like the guy that I know for League of Legends, and the rest is just yeah, whatever. He's the face of League of Legends. Like, you can't see a League video without this guy being there. So I'm gonna go with Faker. Who are these people? We are all asking the same question. Team Vitality for Counter-Strike. Yeah. JD for League. I don't know about any of those Valorant teams, so it's either between these two. I follow more leagues than I have Counter-Strike, so I'm gonna go with these guys. But which cult is the best? Yeah, should we? Yeah, okay, we'll support CS. So let's do that. Are we finally at the end of the list? No. Best esports coach. Okay, I don't know. I have zero idea. Let's add some points to Overwatch. No. Counter-Strike. Yeah, that's some high level shit right there. So I mean, being a boss for a League of Legends team might be the hardest thing that you have to do. Christine Potter. Yo, I actually didn't see. I was just thinking, okay, because of the apostrophes there, or not apostrophes, the citation quotation marks. I read it completely wrong. Holy shit! And she even has. Okay, this is so meme worthy. Miss Potter, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Oh my god. Oh, that's good. Oh, sorry about the screaming there. That's freaking perfect. Okay, for the memes, for the memes, I know CS. For the memes, we're gonna go with Miss Potter there. Okay, best esport event. Well, Evo. That's my jam. I like combat games, and it's literally the best community for both like the enthusiasm that is exuded, the trash talking, just for what's like you don't need to keep on with that much necessarily technicalities on screen. Evo is goated, and that's it. And we're done. We are done. I need to save, but I don't need to share. Yeah. That was a nice list. I like this. Like, aside from some few oddities that they decided to include there, Diablo 4 in any list, Destiny 2, what the hell was happening there? But aside from certain of those choices, overall, a solid list. They had some of the best title of the year. Armored Core was mentioned. So Miyazaki, well, he wasn't the director for this one. But FromSoft still going for another award. Happy for them. And of course, Larian Studios and a bunch of other indie installments. Yeah, this Game Awards is going to be cool. I'm wondering what performance we're gonna see. That is most likely going to be the most interesting part of that event. Okay. Now, what should we do next? If we go to some games here, yeah, we can do some reactions. We can do that. But for games, I actually was, after the last stream, I actually got the Ultra edition of, or Ultra Deluxe edition of the Stanley Parable. So if you who want to check that out, we can do that. And I also got a game that was recommended to me to check, called Lethal Company. Apparently, like, for the SCP watchers, this was something that was recommended to me. So perhaps we should check that one too. But oh, a new incognito mode vid. Oh my god. That's obvious. We need to watch that then. Okay, let me see. Mr. Historian. Suggestion for future one? Popomatic. Popomatic. What the hell? Okay, even fancier. Paintings. Ooh. Okay, so my knowledge of certain paintings and art is not the broadest in the world, but I do know some stuff, okay? So, in that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have yet another video on the fancy arc by the internet historian, this time on paintings. The thing that we've all tried to doodle as kids, but we never truly achieved the level of the mainstream artist. I suppose that we're gonna go with a lot of like classic art and not so much of like Banksy territory, because that's not fancy enough. That's a bit too weird and abstract for a lot of people to enjoy. But middle class, ew. Yeah, we're not about that. But I'm not about to change to my clothing today to look more fancy, okay? We're doing this in a hoodie because we are cultured men. The most cultured thing that you can ever wear is hoodie, and unfortunately I don't have sweatpants today. But yeah, the most fancy thing are suit pants, because I actually was doing something important today. But anyways, let us jump into this video by the internet historian on paintings.
NordVPN isn't like the other girls. Hello, incognito mode videos now. Alright, so the schedule for this mini-series goes like this. We did the main channel on theatre, then an incognito mode on painting, which is this. Then there's a main channel on wine, and then an incognito mode on a bunch of stories around wine. And there's a main channel on things that people wear. There's a main channel on luxury goods, and then we round the whole thing off with 2 more incognito modes.
Okay, so for the wine video, I don't know what he's going to do, but it's gonna be based, because I don't know how I managed to become that person. I have a stepdad who is like a bigger nerd than I can ever be. I like, some of you think that I have a pretty vast knowledge about certain things, but the reason why I am as knowledgeable as I am is mostly because of him. Because he grew up, at least we grew up in our household with like a notion of you don't need to be an expert at something necessarily, but be as good as many things as you can. That's why I always try to like jump into as many hobbies as possible, because I had the opportunity to, and I feel very blessed for having had that. But because of all of those things, I got to learn about a lot of shit. But he, oh my god, he's a fucking nerd. And when it comes to wine, I've been bombarded with like theories and things about cultivation. He, because of my mom's health, it's actually not like a joking matter, to be totally fair here. But my parents had to move to Spain because my mom has a pulmonary infection that causes her to have like 37% of lung capacity. It's very bad. But living in that warm climate, they are in an area where they actually can cultivate their own stuff, fruit, vegetables, and my old man decided to jump into wine cultivation. Like, you have to stop your hobbies, Dad. Don't be that much. It's fucking insane. But anyways, whenever that wine video is coming out, it's gonna be an extremely paused video because I have a rather vast knowledge about that area. Anyways, let's continue.
And then I go back into cryostasis. This first section is on the basics of painting, and we were a little bit worried to show it because we kind of felt like this will split the audience. Not because it's political or anything, but because it's so basic. So someone who already knows something about art would be like, yeah, of course, why are you telling me this? But for someone like me, who knows practically zero about art, I found it really interesting, and I thought, why the heck haven't I been told this before, right? So, first section.
I think it's important to always remember like things like nomenclature or like the basics of denotation for certain things. So it's not bad to remind even experts on stuff how the basics are. because it's literally a phenomenon named after a scientist, a German scientist, that when you are an expert at certain things, you become so very dull at the basic stuff. And we had a moment like that during the last stream, so... Yeah, it's literally a thing, so you shouldn't feel bad about explaining basics of paintings to even professionals.
Basics of painting. Action! The arts. The arts. Do not put an F in front of that. Worst mistake I ever made in my life. Right, first, some things that'll make you go, yeah, and, or, oh, right.
Yeah.
So look at this colorful goo. Paint. Delicious in both jam and chip form.
Ooh.
But its raw components are just two essential things.
Egg yolk.
An undissolving pigment and a medium. Now, pigments are basically just colorful dust, and the medium is the liquidy thing that the dust hangs out in. Now, the liquid determines what type of paint you have. Pigment plus water equals watercolors. Pigment plus glue equals acrylics. Pigment plus oil equals oil paints. So simple. And pigment plus moving on. Now, the pigment does not dissolve into the medium. Instead, it's just kind of suspended in it. When the pigment does dissolve into a medium, that's
We call
a
that
dye.
a dye.
So that's the basic difference. Now, you have to transfer the paint onto the canvas. To do that, we need to talk tools. Well, first, you can just use your fingers. It was good enough for the cavemen, and it's good enough for your mum. So it's good enough for us. Then we tried brushes. Now, here is the anatomy of a brush.
People have never seen the Jackson Pollock painting may wonder how those ones are made. I'm not going to explain that innuendo. You'll have to figure it out for yourself.
You've got the handle, the bristles, the ferrule, and the crimp. Now, the bristles are the most important bit. First, we were just using mangled up reeds called fronds, but they got really good once we started using animal hair. Have a look at some of the animals we used. Boar, taken from the neck or the back of the pig.
Ooh.
That is the kind of brush that Van Gogh used, and it's still the gold standard for today. A goat brush. It's good, but it's not the goat. Lacks some spring, so it's mostly used for calligraphy. Badger. Now that's actually mostly used for shaving, not painting at all. Horse, raccoon, and wolf. Also not good.
Shows a freaking furry. That's typical. Yeah. But from what I'm aware of, the best should be that of not a squirrel. No. It's a fun little story. That squirrel hair used to be used because of the static electricity that they can create from friction on when like the nobles needed to have something wrapped in gold for example furniture. They used to use squirrel hair to make that. And yeah, squirrels literally had a better jobs than most peasants for some time during the Middle Ages. And of course, later eras. But yeah, I think the biggest scam that we've never been told has been that of camel hair. That one is fucked up. Because we think that the cheapest brushes that we can get are made out of camel hair, when they're actually not. They are made out of cat hair. Yeah. But that we can't sell that knowing that, oh, our pets are being abused for the sake of, well, not abused, but at least are being the ones who provide the hair for those brushes. So yeah, we go with the camel narrative.
Great quality. But what's the worst quality of all? You know, the gutter oil of the brush world. Well, the worst quality is camel hair brushes.
Oh,
and they're
there we
mostly
go.
sold as arts and crafts brushes for kids. But the weird thing is, camel hair is so low quality that it's not even used in brushes at all. Huh?
Because it's cats.
So-called camel hair brushes are actually made from cats and rabbits and squirrels.
Who mentioned the dark urge squirrel being yeeted earlier before? There you go, you've been placed. Jesus Christ. He had to come like Whiplash.
But that makes people kind of sad. So they changed the name to a much less cute animal, and also one that's kind of exotic, so you wouldn't question it. Now, what's the best brush of all? What is the S tier of brushes? Those are made from sable.
Oh my god, this,
Oh.
of course. 10 out of 10.
Now, sable is a type of weasel. These are hunted for their fur for clothing.
Oh my god. Well, at least it's not an Afghani child.
It's him.
But when they catch them to make clothes, they actually only want the body for the clothes, and so they discard the tail altogether. But those tails have the best hair for paintbrushes, and so they are snatched up by the brush makers. Now, the hair is special because it has an interlocking scales that vastly increases the surface area. But it
Nice.
also holds strong in the long term. Firm and bouncy, but also soft.
It's smooth, it bounces, it moves. Only with new Tresemme Keratin Smooth.
And they sell for upwards of
Jesus Christ.
$300 a brush.
$300. Ouch. That's a lot of money.
All right, here's a top 10 list, sort of maybe Watch Mojo style, of the most famous paintings, and just a few interesting things about them that you may not know.
Okay.
Pop quiz, sports shoe wearer. Look at this painting.
Jackson
What
Pollock.
does it make you feel?
The meme one. Jizz.
Too late. Or if you answered in time, wrong answer. Happy, sad. I bet those are the only two emotions you even know.
Perplexed.
The correct answer is shame, because you are embarrassing yourself. You know nothing about the art.
Oh.
So it is time to look at the best paintings to ever exist.
He's not gonna try to sneak the Darth Vader there for the Starry Night without us noticing. God damn it. Okay, so we kick it off with the Mona Lisa. Okay.
And let's begin with the most obscure of them all. Whoever this is. The Mona Lisa. Now, I thought it went first name Mona, last name Lisa. Check it out. But
Lady
turns out
Lisa.
Mona is an honorific, meaning madam. So
Oh,
it's
madam, yeah.
Madam Lisa.
Yeah.
Now, relatively recently, historians have figured out who she actually is, and they
I
found
know.
out that she's married to a Florentine merchant, Francesco
Sco di-
del Giocondo.
We made a joke about that, some friends and I, when we discovered this. We were actually to a museum, of a Da Vinci museum in Milan, where we got to see the freaking painting, where somebody made, because we got information about her life, and some said that it was akin to Marie Kondo, because the Giocondo was there, and it was perfect because she has the whole meme of her saying, "This does not spark joy," because Mona Lisa is not exactly joyful. It's kind of ambiguous what her expression actually is. So yeah, I like that.
So that makes her Lisa del Gioconda, and that explains the alternative title of the work, La Gioconda. Now, the reason she has her arms crossed and is a little bit chubby is because she's pregnant. In fact, you can kind of see that she's wearing a veil, and that particular type of veil was worn by pregnant women at the time. Her husband commissioned the painting when Da Vinci was already well known, so it would have been very expensive, and that makes it very funny for a couple of reasons. One, it was never handed over to the family. Instead, Leo left it in his will to his apprentice. And two, because for a couple of hundred years, the prevailing theory was that she was not an aristocratic wife, but instead
A prostitute.
a prostitute.
Yeah.
Her hair being down and her almost absent eyebrows were common traits of working girls at the time. Anyway, why is this painting so famous? Well, Da Vinci was already pretty famous, and the painting got stolen. This became a very big news story, and her face suddenly started getting plastered on a whole bunch of newspapers and wanted posters, making her very recognizable. From there, she became the most famous painting. which is why she always looks so smug. Starry Night, Vincent van Gogh.
Yeah,
Norway.
I sure hope it does.
Painted while he was in the St. Paul de Musol Asylum. That's here. And this was the view from his bedroom window. Here is the real view a few decades later. He chose not to paint the metal bars. Now, you can see that there are 11 stars in the sky here.
Yeah, the constellation.
Supposedly, that's reference to Joseph from the Bible. Joseph, he had a hard life.
Oh. I had a completely different interpretation of it. I was thinking that it was a reference to the constellations, but no, okay. Joseph from the Bible actually makes a lot more sense with his life on how he... Yeah, Van Gogh was kind of a doomer, so that makes sense.
Minivan, he had a hard life too, and he hoped that he would be remembered at least once he was gone, like Joseph. And you know what? It worked out for him because everybody remembers Van Gogh, and nobody remembers the guys who bullied him and called him a ginger. Also, there's kind of a theory that he was killed by some kid. Go check out Wendigoon's channel for more information on that one. The birth of Venus. All right, let me tell you what's happening in this one. So, there's this lady, Venus. She is the goddess of beauty. And she is coming up out of the ocean in a big clam, right? Now, the clam is not a metaphor for her vagina.
No.
It's that she is the perfect pearl. Get it?
Yeah.
Now, these two here are a divine wind. They are blowing her like a hot spoonful of soup towards the shore. And she is carried all the way over to the beach. And this beach, by the way, is a real place.
And then she's giving
Paphos.
Cyprus.
It's in Cyprus.
Yeah.
Here is what it looks like in real life.
Oh, God. There's a whole thing about the Peloponnesian War and how her appearance there might have played a role. Like, oh, what the hell? Yeah, because of whole... But, well, the area of Cyprus was kind of important during that era. But let's not comment on that. We'll get into a bit of a sidetrack that is a bit too long. Some guys commissioned the... What? Did Pregnant Wife become one of the most famous painting? Yeah, for the Mona Lisa. Yeah.
Now, when she arrives on the beach, a nymph shows up, which is this lady here, and she has a cloak, and she throws the cloak over Venus, and she says, "You know what? You're very special. One day they're gonna name a 4-blade razor after you." Arrangement in black and grey #1. Also known as Whistler's Mother, most famous for its appearance in the Mr. Bean movie.
Yeah.
Now, when Whistler's mother originally agreed to be painted, she
was
agreed
lying
to be
down.
painted standing up, but she had to pose for so long that eventually she got quite tired and had to sit down.
Okay.
There you go. And that became the famous pose. The Garden of Earthly Delights. All right, this one is probably my favorite because it looks like a Where's Waldo. And then
Yeah, this one is nice. It's for... Why are you not fans in the video? Well, because we're on the stream, I decided not to change clothing. Well, we'll have to do that for the next one. But this painting is kind of special for those of us who, studied a bit of theology. It gets represented a lot, at least mentioned a lot in many contexts. Yeah. It's kind of weird because not only does it depict the Garden of Eden, it also kind of assert flat Earth and hollow Earth theory. It's so freaking weird. But of course, those are the thoughts of the people back then. So, yeah, find Adam and Eve in all of this.
Earthly Delights. All right, this one is probably my favorite because it looks like a Where's Waldo, and then the whole thing just goes completely off the rails. So, Mr. Hieronymus, that's a name that's going to make a comeback, is doing all of this cool surreal stuff about 500 years ago. So let's start on the left. Here is Adam and Eve, and the pre-incarnation of Jesus. And they are all hanging out in the Garden of Eden. Now what's going on in the middle bit? That's harder to explain. The best theory is either that this is Eden
before
if people were allowed back into the garden,
the original
or if they had
sin.
never left in the first place, or if man had not committed original sin. But look at the size of that strawberry. Oh, here he is. Then on the right-hand panel is hell.
Yeah.
Or at least a very bad time. This is where Oddlaw would end up, that son of a bitch. Right, now, here's the interesting bit. It's not painted on a typical canvas. It's actually a sort of cabinet thing with 3 panels called a triptych. And the neat thing is, if you close the doors, more painting. That is the Earth, and that is the firmament. A perfect balance between flat Earth and globe theory.
There we go.
A Sunday afternoon on the island.
Yeah, did you not know there's Beta Jesus, there's Alpha Jesus, there's Omega Lol Jesus. AR Jesus is my favorite that I've got to learn about through watching some of the gun videos. You pick your version. My favorite is one from the anime of Jesus and Buddha hanging out together. It's pretty fun.
Of La Grangette. This thing is pretty big, and here's the real-life place it was painted after. Although they've beautified it even more with the office building at the back. What you may not know is that it is actually a sequel. First, George Seurat painted the left bank, and that's where all the working class sit. You see these guys that, you know, have a bit less money and stuff.
Peasants.
And then this is the one that you all know, and that is on the right-hand bank. And all these people are a very bougie sort.
Yeah.
That is Scrappy-Doo. And that's a monkey. The Last Supper. Okay, so the...
Actually, you know what? Base take, this is one of my favorite paintings of all time. It's amazing. Because it just shows just how awesome Jesus was. It was like, bitches, one of you is going to betray me today, and I'm gonna literally die. So get away from me.
The scene is this.
Another one, sassy Jesus.
All the disciples are gathered around, and this is the exact moment that Jesus declares, "Hey, by the way, I know one of you betrayed me." And this is everyone's shocked reaction to the news. Except there's one guy who's just pretending to be shocked.
And fucking femboy John. Bruh. This is not a servant. This is not Mary Magdalene that just came by or whatever to wash Jesus' feet. No, that's John. You know, the one who wrote the book of Revelation? Freaking apocalyptic dude? Yeah, that's him.
And here is who everyone is. I thought this was Mary, by the way. Turns out that's John. Very progressive. And that's all of the paintings, and no one has attempted one since.
Yeah, Judas was the original Among Us player.
And I wake up. Quickly, flip the Nord logo, Marianas Trench. Flip it the other way, 3 pyramids.
He's solving the mystery.
There's not much time. I gotta log into NordVPN so the corporations can't track me. Marketing companies gang stalking me, listening to me through the walls. We found the death note. What? Wake up again. I don't have much time. The feds are at my door.
Open up.
I refuse to take my Nord milk pills. I wake up again. The demon in the corner of my room wants to access my NordVPN. I let him, because I can use it on up to...
John was a Doomer fanboy. He would have fit perfectly in the chat in 4chan. Holy shit.
6 different devices.
Thanks, Nordman.
I know the corporations are building profiles on me. I go to Facebook, I go to Wikipedia, then suddenly I'm getting ads for feet on my Facebook. Big feet, big foot, big pharma. On Tuesday, I saw a red car. Coincidence? Huge deal on a 2-year plan plus 4 bonus months. 4 sides to a triangle. Coincidence? There's a guy reacting to my life in the corner right now. 30-day money-back guarantee? What's the goddamn catch? Time's going faster than usual, and only a limited time to get a great deal on a 2-year plan. I wake up again. It's the perfect Christmas present.
Who are you?
Wait a minute. My family died in a suspicious house fire. Skinwalker in my house. Changed location to Finland.
Holy shit, this is
Different
chaotic.
regions have different prices on plane tickets and hotels. That ain't even a conspiracy. I take more microplastics so I can see through the ether.
We're coming in, Nordman.
Pizza time.
But they're too late. I click Hyperborea and I am untouchable.
Wow.
If you understood anything that happened in this ad, go to nordvpn.com/incognito to get a huge deal on a 2-year plan, plus 4 bonus months.
There was a joke that I heard once, one asking why is it that we call it. So the original association is always that guys with big feet have big dicks. Okay, hang on with me here. I know some of you are screaming pause, but hold on. Why aren't we calling Bigfoot the big cock monster? Just asking.
Ad over. Alright, so this one is about how to spot a fake painting. I quite like this section, but it kind of got bogged down by all of its technical information, and it went quite long. So, here it is, for the discerning audience. How to spot a fake painting.
Oh, we are.
Glug, glug, glug. Oh my god. Is that a real Michelangelo? We're here now. Quick hypothetical lower tax brackets. If paintings like this one or this one go for literally gajillions of dollars, that's
Right.
USD, then what's to stop someone from doing this?
Nothing.
Then this, and then this, then this, and then saying it's real.
Well, there's literally one of the most popular fakers in the world has like a ton of his art in the biggest museums like the Louvre even, without people even knowing it. So yeah, there's nothing stopping them to do that.
When it ain't. You know, faking a painting. Turns out, not much at all. In fact, it can be very difficult to tell these fake-ass paintings from the ones that keep it real. There's a whole-ass art to detecting these fakes, and it's become an arms race. where the
CSI.
authenticators find new ways of detecting, and the fakers find new ways to get around their methods.
Technology's advanced. Do you think that makes it harder to make good forgeries?
Nah, you can beat the forensics.
So, authentication. There are three main categories: provenance, connoisseurship,
And forensic.
forensics.
Okay.
Let's start in alphabetical order. Provenance. Now, provenance follows the history of the painting, tracking down the previous sellers and the buyers, all the galleries that exhibited it, the
Yeah.
hand-to-hand that it was passed through, all the way back to the original painter.
Leo.
However, the older the work, the harder it is, generally, to track the provenance. Take, for example, the most expensive painting ever sold, the Salvator Mundi, the final Da Vinci. Sold in 2017 for $400 million. And it
insane.
can only be traced back to 1958.
Holy shit! Wait. Who was it that owned it?
$million. And it can only be traced
Yeah, of course he was. Good old Saudi prince.
back to 1958. Back then, it was sold for £45. But in the other 500 years of its history, no one knew where this thing was. Even today, people still dispute whether it's genuine.
Think it's a real flim flam. And this is a made up piece of junk.
I want to use this for any further descriptions of anything wrong. That's a major flame flam. Wouldn't that mean that people hunting Bigfoot are you guys big adventures? Oh, okay, no. No. I think it's outrageous. 500 million for a painting. Like, there should not be value put on those things. Yeah, that's just my opinion. But yeah, that's mad.
I think it's fake art news. Real in drag. Then it turns up in America? In New Orleans? Oh, I see. I think we've wished this Da Vinci into existence. Here's the lost Leonardo that somebody once mentioned in a book.
Provenance has gotten a lot easier over time. You used to have to track down books and read catalogs and stuff, but now it's all online. Control plus F, there it is. So you see, kid, there's nothing online. Nothing. Tell me who you bought this from, you son of a bitch. Where did you get this? Tell me the name of the auction house that sold you it. Connoisseurship. Look at the work. Do you believe what you are seeing? How does it look? How does it taste? Are these ballpoint pen strokes those of a master artist? Luckily, there are people like Martin Kemp, who spend their whole careers focusing on single artists.
I've been dealing with Leonardo for, I suppose, about 50 years.
They can pick out the fakes. So, for example, when he was looking at La Bella Principessa, he went, yep, he uses the Trois Crayons. He's a left-handed artist. The proportions of the head and the face are all correct. You know what? I'm going to give this a big rubber stamp right there in the middle of the painting. Confirmed. So, for the fakers, they have to have a keen understanding of who they are copying. One of the best fakers, Almir Dahore, for example.
Yeah, yes, that's the guy. He is crazy. He is insane. Like, personally, the drawing styles I've tried to emulate sometime when I used to draw a lot has been more anime, because, yeah, just my infatuation with manga lines. But, wow, the fact that this guy can basically just copy everyone, all the goats, is insane. He knows the strokes to a T. Pause. And yeah, he's amazing.
Mastered the brushstrokes of artists such as Matisse, Modigliani, and Renoir so well that hundreds of museums are currently in possession of his works without even knowing it.
Yeah.
Yes, well, Michelangelo is famous for his Cangiante painting techniques, and I can't see any of that here. You're 0 for 2, kid. You're going down. Forensics.
Taskmaster.
Going straight to the lab.
Yeah.
You're about to have a paint brush up with the law. Masterpiece? More like you're a real masterpiece. Shit, kid. All right, now the people that solve murders.
Yo, my man is wild. He killed a kid.
Shit, kid.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, now the people that solve murders have really changed the game when it comes to art forgeries by implementing radiocarbon dating.
Yeah.
Radiocarbon dating.
Finding the right isotopes.
Yeah, but it's not serious. Listen, you're made out of carbon. I'm made out of carbon. Paintings are made out of carbon. And when a thing is made out of carbon, there are these unusual isotopes of carbon-14, right? They're floating all throughout the air and the atmosphere. Now, all living things contain a trace of them.
Yep.
They are taken in when something eats, breathes, anything else. And that happens continuously throughout the life cycle. However, when the organism dies, it stops taking in new carbon, right? Which means it stops taking in new carbon-14. Same thing happens to a painting. You've stopped putting paint on the thing, no more carbon. Carbon-14 is an unstable isotope, and it decays at a very steady rate. It turns into nitrogen-14 and a beta particle.
Yeah.
And because these carbon-14 atoms decay at a very steady rate, in principle, you can look at the proportional number of carbon-14 atoms and determine how old something is.
That's a very, very good explanation. It's simple. I would have done the same.
More carbon-14, newer painting.
Yep.
Less carbon-14, older painting. In 1985, using this technique, they caught a guy, Robert Trotter, who forged a Sarah Hon painting. Ah, far too many carbon-14 atoms. Lock 'em up, boys. But there are even simpler methods of testing the age of a pigment. 3 Jackson Pollock paintings were found to be fake when it was determined that the pigments on the canvas weren't sold until the 1960s.
Oh.
But Pollock was dead by 1956.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there are huge pigment libraries that can be easily cross-referenced.
Also, you can just blast most of them by doing radiographies. And or just AR scans, like what a fucking Batman goggles. Yeah, just getting through it, because there are different layers that you can that you can detect there.
So that shows the year a pigment was first introduced and what year it stopped being used. For example, anything that has titanium white has to have been produced in the last 80 years. I'm going to be honest with you, kid. Michelangelo never used the yellow Crayola. X-rays. Now, you can blast this thing with some radiation and look behind the painting to see what's underneath. For example, did the artist do a sketch first? Maybe this is painted over something else. If you look behind the Mona Lisa,
a big-ass head.
See that she had a much larger head once.
Yeah, we got to see that in the museum as well. It was kind of funny.
Although maybe it just shrunk with age. And you can see that veil much more easily. Also, if you x-ray even further, you can see her fully formed skeleton. But the art forgers of today are a wily bunch. Forgers can source old canvases from the correct period. They can use error-matching pigments. Even the carbon dating can be a bit unreliable. Heck, even the x-rays can be bullshitted, as forgers take into account that their work will be x-rayed, and as they do a sort of fake painting or sketch first, and then paint the next version on top.
That's wild.
All right, kid. I'll give you $20,000 for this, or a shiny new bottle of Ritalin.
He's mad for doing this. He's actually mad for doing this. Yeah, those of you who know, I don't have ADHD, but this is a medication that I most likely should have taken because of my sleep disorder. But yeah, Ritalin is the one medication that many people with ADHD are on.
Works every time.
Fucking great.
This section is about Shakespeare. Wow, that would make so much sense for it to be in the theatre video on the main channel.
Yeah, which you didn't do.
This showed up and changed the game. Shakespeare. Here's the thing though. We basically know nothing about him. First, we don't know what he looked like. There are two best guesses. One is from this engraving on a first folio. But that wasn't put together until 7 years after he was already dead. One of his peers, Ben Jonson, knew him though and said, yeah, it's
kind of
pretty
look like him.
close. So maybe. The second is a bust that was made for his grave. There are a bunch of others, but they weren't commissioned by Shakespeare himself. They weren't done while he was alive, and he didn't exactly stop to pose for them. But these are the ones we most recognize him by. This includes Chandos, which is probably the most recognizable. So this could be him, or this could be some completely other dude, or it could be an idealized version. Now, we also don't know exactly when he was
birthday,
born, or when he died, or how he died. His birthday is celebrated on the 23rd of April, but there's no record of that. And then he died on the 23rd of April as well. So he died on his birthday? Odd coincidence. But we know that he did marry a lady named Anne Hathaway. Yes,
the actual
same as
Catwoman.
but this one was the original. We also don't even really know how to spell his name. There are tons of different signatures by him, but they're practically all spelt differently. And let's not even get started on the conspiracies of whether or not he really wrote his plays. The son of two illiterate parents from a lower-class neighborhood, suddenly becoming the world's greatest playwright? Bit suspicious. Also, whether he was gay, or worse, whether he was foreign.
Yeah. Yeah, there's ideas about that. Like, it's incredible how many people are going, the lengths that people are going to, like, ascertain who is who has ownership of a guy who's dead. Like, how about you just enjoy his work? The same thing as being like the dispute of, now a little bit of a different character with Columbus. Yeah, because we were, again, bringing up that trip again where we visited the whole Milan, and we were traveling around Europe, and we went later on to both Portugal and Spain, where, of course, if you've seen that one, La Playa? what is it called again? Well, that big stretch of Market Road in the center of Barcelona. There's like the Columbus statue, like a huge monument dedicated to him. And many people, like tourists, you could hear actually arguing about his origin. Like some people are saying that he's Portuguese, and some are saying, no, he's obviously Spanish, and some saying that he's Italian. What are you on about? So like, it's like, yeah, are you actually fighting about the legacy of this guy? Come on.
What the hell is going on with his grave? So if you go to the Holy Trinity Church in Stratford, there is his grave. There he lays. But there is an engraving above him. Blessed be the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he who moves my bones. Cursed, you see. You're not allowed to dig him up. So everyone is super spooked out by the curse, and they refuse to dig him up. So archaeologists instead have done radar scans. Turns out, his head is missing. He was grave robbed in 1794. Ooh. So we can't even reconstruct him that way. And they won't open it up for DNA tests. So it's likely that we will never know the truth.
Oh, you mad lad. I've half expected something like this, but it's good. It's good.
The government is hiding something. The point is, Shakespeare stole a theatre at one point. Okay.
For those who didn't get this is most likely a spoof to the whole Queen Cleopatra in her supposed biopic by Will Smith's wife, who depicted Cleopatra as not being of the way that she actually would look like, despite all the evidence pointing towards something else. The biggest argument that always gets used about this is that we did never see her grave. We don't know where she's actually been buried, so we can't know that she was actually not looking like a person of actual, like, Egyptian descent. To which I'm like, are you serious? What about all the paintings of the time? What about her lineage, her entire family? But yeah, that was the joke that he made there.
Okay, quick Shakespeare moment. In 1599, Shakespeare was working as a playwright with his acting troupe called the Lord Chamberlain's Men. Now, they were leasing out a theatre in Shoreditch called The Theatre. Mm-hmm. Creative name. Anyway, they had a disagreement with the landlord, Giles Allen. Giles revoked their lease. Shakespeare and the Chamberlain's Men were not very happy about that, but they had no option but to walk away.
Oh.
But a few days later, in the dead of night, they came back. Now, the group met up just outside the theatre, and they had bribed the watchman to look the other way. Then, with daggers and tools in hand, they broke into the theatre. Now, they weren't there to kill Giles, and they weren't there to steal stuff from the theatre. No. They were there to rob the theatre. They tore down the entire building, piece by piece, and they started carting it away to a warehouse. From there, they ferried it across the Thames and over to Southwark. With the materials that they stole, they constructed the Globe Theatre.
What?
And there it stood for the next 14 years until it burned down. Whoops. It was a performance of Henry VIII, and a prop cannon was involved. Don't worry about that. But then it was rebuilt. But then in 1642, it was shut down again. But in 1997, a recreation of the Globe Theatre was made once more. And in...
That's wild. That's wild. They stole materials. Yo, fuck you. We're gonna steal your theater. Amazing. Yo. We're not going to defraud you. We are not here to steal your valuables. No, we are here to steal your house. That's next level.
London, you can visit it today, as long as you can avoid
Shakespeare's 11.
being stabbed. And now for the best section of all.
Come on, people, we're ready to shoot. Where's the pizza box with the hole in it?
Oh, never mind, that's my cue. I gotta go. Catch you soon. Don't forget NordVPN.
Bruh. Yo, Anthony Historian. That's some strange thing that you're engaging in there at the end. Wow, this was good. You know what? That's actually true. The Minecraft villager experience. Just a random guy called Steve showing up at your doorstep, robbing your entire family, your entire village, your house from all of his material, stealing your pigs. That was fun. Diversifying income. You know what? I'm not mad at that. People get to do what he's gonna do. If oh my god, an only fan of Anthony Historian. Just memes plastered everywhere. In Minecraft, of course. I did a thing. No. What the hell? Okay, hold on. What the hell is it? So I love it sometimes when people give me recommendations of
good at pool.
Things that I never seen before, but what the hell did I just see? Okay. Let's try this, just the introductory video, okay? Let's give it a watch. I did a thing. I made the world's most, what? Dangerous pool stick. Okay, well, we gotta try.
How you going? Now I'm pretty good at pool.
This is everybody who ever went to club activities to waste time and found out that pool is not as easy as it looks like on TV. I wouldn't go so far as to poke a hole through the roof though, but yeah, it is infuriating.
You know what I'm not very good at? Hitting a pool ball hard enough that it hits my mate in the head and makes his eyes turn into billiard balls like that scene from Tom and Jerry. So today, I'm going to create a device to make that happen.
If a friend looks at you this way, run. Holy shit!
Alright, so I've got a couple of made-up requirements for this device. First, I want it to be small enough to fit on the end of a real pool stick and not look that different or suspicious. I also want it to break the world record for fastest pool break, which is only around 30 miles per hour, which seems pretty slow. Then, to finish off, I want to play my mate in a game of pool and win. And I think I've got a pretty good idea of how I want to do all this, and that's with these blank rounds, which I've screwed around with before in my power hammer, which was able to fling nails all the way through my roof.
Okay, so to my understanding, this guy is basically like Styropyro, but just more chaotic. Styropyro is the scientist who has he's a chemist who does also a lot of great experiences like this. The one who turns his microwave into a freaking laser. What the hell?
And the great
engineer
thing about these rounds is that they are very small while also being very safe. And if there are any kids under 8 watching this, you should definitely play with these. So I've drawn this sketch of how I imagine these rounds working. First I'll have my pool stick, which has a metal cap on the end with a metal sleeve. And inside that sleeve will sit a hollow rod, and inside that rod is a piston. And then
that's a good description. He's the Australian Rick.
When I hit the pool ball, that rod will move back inside the sleeve, hitting the metal cap, setting off the blank round, which will fire the piston out at high speed, hitting the pool ball. But I really have no idea if this will work, and a lot can go wrong here. Like the whole thing exploding, or the piston shooting out like a bullet, or worst of all, I don't actually get enough force to set off the blank round. But the only way to find out is to start making. So I got this piece of mild steel round bar and put it in my lathe. Now, the metal workers amongst you have already noticed a massive mistake I've made that will come to haunt me later.
Do you want to tell me what it is so I don't have to do it?
Nah. So the first thing I'm doing is making this piece, which is going to be the barrel, and it will be the same diameter as the wooden pool stick.
Okay.
And you know, there's actually a reason my lathe looks like this. It's my vague attempt to get it to work better by getting anything in my house that has weight and putting it on top or inside the lathe.
Oh, no.
Which helps it stop chattering and shaking around. And since doing this, I have noticed a big difference in the way it cuts.
No shit. I'm not a metal worker, but I'm pretty certain that you need a certain amount of stability when you're doing this.
So after turning the barrel down to size, I realized I made it a little bit too small. So I added some material into the lathe and made it bigger.
Oh no.
Yep. It's the right size.
Now I'm going to drill a hole through the middle, making the barrel. And I barely started drilling when I somehow managed to break the lathe.
That's not meant to have a crack in it.
So I took this long metal bar from my collection and cut it to the same size as the broken part. And then I'm going to attempt something I've never seen before and that might be illegal. I put a milling drill bit in the lathe chuck and put my piece in the tool holder.
Oh, this guy is not... Like, some people are playing with fire. This is something else. This is trying to forge a weapon for Kratos or something. Jeez, Hephaestus, take back your son.
And started cutting grooves out so it matches the broken part. Never mind, I broke the milling bit. So instead I just drilled a hole in the metal without cutting grooves and put it back in, and now the lathe works again.
What was I doing again?
So after adding the broken milling bit on top of the lathe for weight, I finished drilling the hole. Now it's time to cut the part off, and I find I get a better result if the part comes off and falls directly into this pile of sharp metal pubic hair, which is always really fun to dig parts out of.
I like how he's not even wearing gloves. And cargo shorts, t-shirt, no gloves, and to my knowledge, he wasn't wearing any protective goggles. This man is truly, he's truly on the suicide watch. No, he's like the next member of the Suicide Squad. Holy shit. Drill man.
Alright, now comes the piston, which I'm going to make by turning down this piece until it fits into this hole.
Like, I have no doubt that he's going to make something that is absolutely fantastic, but the process is scaring me. I'm like very fearful of his life right now.
I think I've left enough of a rim here to stop the piston from firing out the end. So I used a little bit of lubricant and put a thread on the end of it. I also made a little end cap that will attach to the piston using the same size thread. And because I don't want to damage it, I put it in the vise with my apron wrapped around it.
Come on.
Then screwed on this end piece, which will be making contact with the ball. And now the whole thing looks like this and moves around okay. So before I put the blank round in and give it a test go, there's something else I need to do. And you've already seen the thumbnail, and you know that I need to put some exhaust holes in the barrel, which will firstly make it look cooler and match the thumbnail, but will also release gas and hopefully stop the piston from slamming into the end of the barrel too hard. So I just did that on the drill press. And the great thing about doing this without the use of any physics programs or mathematical calculations is that I have no idea if these exhaust ports will be large enough or in the right place to stop the whole thing from blowing up.
I was going to ask the same question. Where's the math? Did my man do any calculation of how pressurized can the barrel even withstand it? I guess not. He's just doing a little bit of feeling it if it works or not. Basic stuff. The usual.
Which is why I'm going to test it in this vise first, while I stand behind this very thin plaster wall.
But before I do that, I'm going to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, PayPal Honey. Honey is the #1 shopping tool in America, but I like to think of it as being more like a lover that lives inside my computer and is always trying to find me great deals on the things I'm buying. Simply, Honey automatically searches for promo codes, so you don't have to. And when you buy something, if Honey works on that site, it swoops in to help you find a great deal. It doesn't...
Not gonna lie. You can sell just about anything with a slick voice like that.
Doesn't matter what you were buying, as Honey works on many of the sites you are already using. For example, I was buying these pool balls for later in the video, and Honey came in and saved me $10. There really is no better feeling than saving money while shopping online. So go now and add it to your browser at joinhoney.com/I-did-a-thing. That's joinhoney.com/I-did-a-thing.
No need to lick the mic, my man.
Alright, back to setting off the blank rounds behind this thin wall.
Very loud bang. In 3, 2, 1. Nope.
Didn't work. Oh, wow. Yeah. Just let me,
Which didn't work. So I tried a heavier piece of metal.
The camera. The camera is just there. You know that you can put the hyper... the hyper mode on a zoom lens still and film at a distance. Oh God.
3, 2, 1.
Which didn't work either. So I tried again.
Okay, loud bang in 3, 2.
Is his family home? What? Oh, okay. I think that he has some lovely parents who really love their son. And yeah. That's all I can say on that. Man, my dad would have killed me if I were to do any of the physics experiments that we sometimes had to do at home. Damn, one day I even misplaced the oscilloscope while just measuring some wavelengths, and he was like, "Can't you learn how to put things in the right place?" Dude is out here smashing stuff, setting thing ablaze, and perhaps also puncturing God knows what with that bullet. Good parents. Good parents. They are awesome.
2, 1. There we go. It's like it survived.
And that made the whole house vibrate and shot the piston out at a ridiculous speed. And it also didn't blow up, which is amazing, as I didn't expect these holes to be big enough to let the gas out. But after looking at the slow motion, which only captured a single frame of the round going off, you can see that heaps of gas came back out the top, ejecting the round. Which sounds like a good thing, but when it's on the end of the pool stick, this means it will shoot off the end or just blow up. It also means I'm wasting heaps of gas, which could be pushing down the piston with more force. So I drilled some more exhaust holes in the barrel, and also put in this tiny spring to hopefully help the piston survive the extra force.
Okay, that was more controlled.
Yep. And at first I thought that did better, as the round was still in the top, but then I realized I couldn't move the piston. So after using a hammer to get it out, I saw the problem.
Look at the spring.
The spring.
So why is it thinner?
Shouldn't have put it there.
It's stretched. Whoa. It's hitting the inside with such force that it's stretching this bit. Look at that.
Whoa.
And lucky for me, I also have my super slow-mo camera, which records at 60 frames per second and gave me this single frame of information, telling me nothing. My camera is just not recording fast enough.
I'm sorry. I know that he is a rather small YouTube channel, but you can get hold of a GoPro. Some of them can shoot, I think, at above 200 now.
You know, if I could have any YouTuber locked up in my attic right now, it would definitely be the slow-mo guys. Just so I could understand what is actually happening here. Boys, if you're watching, I've even put a chair up there for you. And I really should have had some more foresight, and known that the mild steel would misshape and give out like this. Which now means I need to make the whole thing again using a stronger steel, using this stuff here, called...
He's a professional upstairs neighbor. I think that's what this whole channel seemed to be about. Forget about breaking the Guinness World Record for the best pool stick. We need to have one for upstairs neighbor. He would have won.
2160 or 5160 or 1300 700 904. I don't remember. So I remade the whole device again, but this time without any jokes. And I also made the piston much thicker, which should now hopefully survive. But in case it doesn't, I'm going to skip doing another safety test in the vise and go straight to testing by hand to see what it does to a pool ball and pool stick. Now to do this, I bought a material called polycarbonate, which is similar to monogamy carbonate, but has many more layers. Then I just welded up a frame for it, and I'm fairly confident this stuff should protect me from the rounds and explosion, as it's what the Mythbusters used. And as far as I'm aware, they ain't dead.
Adam Savage has a few questions. Oh, come on. No, dude.
Okay, so I've decided I better add another piece of polycarb, and it's now 12 millimeters thick.
Thank you. This guy is bringing just different levels of feelings right now. He had to hit us, at least hit me, with the bad feels. The dude died of a brain aneurysm. Now I feel sad.
Then I just cut this neat little hole in the polycarb for the pool stick to go through. And I know what you're thinking. What was the point of making this blast-proof screen if you're just going to put a hole in the middle of it? Well, hopefully the pool stick will cover up that hole, and I'll also position myself to the side, away from the hole and the blast. Okay, next I just cut off the end of a pool stick and drilled down the center, and then shoved in the metal pin with a sleeve around it to hold the piston. And it's done, which is annoying because I'm terrified and really don't want to use this.
Oh. Damn.
Okay, it's not setting off the round, and I think that's because the round is hitting against this flat piece of metal. So I'm going to grind it down on the belt sander until I have just a small pin, which should hopefully crush just the end of the round.
Okay. I hate this so much.
Oh.
Ready? Set.
Yeah, it's a gun.
I'm okay.
And that worked a little too well.
Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube. We're doing this today. Wasn't it an HK? Let me see. Doesn't seem like it.
And turned the end of a stick into a grenade.
That was insane. The pool stick is destroyed. And the outside sleeve is over here.
And if we do some really bad speed calculations, the camera was crawling at 60 frames per second, and in one frame the ball travelled roughly 50 centimeters, which means it's travelling at 30 meters a second, or 108 kilometers an hour, which is 70 miles per hour, which is 40 miles faster than the fastest pool break ever.
My man went like, pixel count, let me pull the ruler and put it in front of my screen in Premiere Pro. Okay, hold on. I'm going to subscribe. That was good.
And that's already one of my arbitrary goals ticked off. So let's move on to the pool game. But first I need to fix this sleeve. And this time I'm going to make it out of thicker metal and also put some exhaust holes so that if the gas comes out of the back, it doesn't explode the stick. And this looks pretty cool. Way better than the first version. Which means it's time for me to find a pool table.
It's gonna poke a hole in the pool table.
Alexa, you want to play pool?
So Alexa and I are going to play a game of pool, except he has a normal pool stick and I have mine, and we'll see who wins.
You may glory hole pool, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, exactly. It's a pity you're not kind of long enough to reach that, but first speed. And I'll break first.
Okay.
Yep. Happy?
No, but...
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
2, 1.
Oh, that's constant anxiety, dude.
Horrible shot. What happened? I just...
What happened? You just missed.
Oh no!
I mean, I get the break.
Yeah, so I guess you get the break. Okay, that was my first shot.
Okay, so this is because I missed, so it's your shot. Is that bullet on the table?
There's bits of everything. There's so many... Look, this thing's sharp. What is that?
Okay, your shot. That was a bad break.
I mean, it's better than yours.
It's better than yours.
We all saw what happened.
And and Alexa isn't much better at pool, and he lined me up perfectly for a nice soft shot on the purple ball here.
That is so anxiety-inducing.
Yep. 3,
Yeah, we can give it a shot.
2, 1. Hey! Yeah! Oh, whoa! Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It broke the damn fin.
What did I break? The white ball was in half.
Yeah.
I can't. I guess we continue. I can't beat you like this, though.
Like you are hitting it with so much force that it doesn't even get to catch momentum. Of course, it's gonna break apart.
How is that possible?
And at first I had no idea what happened, but after watching the slow motion you can see that the pool stick chops the white ball in half, sending one of the halves into the striped ball, pushing it in. Now I wanted to get a lot of power with this build, but I never expected it to be powerful enough to split the white ball clean in half. But I guess it's good, as I got one in, even though I wasn't aiming for that ball, and that means I'm ahead by one ball.
Which ball did I get in? I got in stripes. So that means you got to get...
I get the falls.
You're on falls.
How am I meant to get anything with this?
Well, you got to try.
Hit this.
Try to hit that.
Okay, but I got to do it back from there?
Yeah.
It's alright, it's not a big deal. Just
somewhere on the line.
Just anywhere on the line.
Anywhere on the
That's
line.
freaky.
Yeah.
It's got to play with the half then.
Which one you aiming for?
I'm trying to get that blue in at the end.
Wow!
You're better with half a ball than a real ball.
And after that miracle shot from Alexa, we were now tied.
Swap hands.
Hey! Was that your ball?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No.
Okay, so it's my go, but I'm gonna replace it. This ball with the real ball, and I'm gonna aim for this guy. That's great.
Okay, we'll replace it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hacha!
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Again!
Well, you got a yellow, you got a full in.
I got it in.
You got a yellow in over here, completely different ball.
That's fine.
But the white ball is split once more. Didn't it split? Oh, okay.
Okay, I sunk one of his balls, and I'm realizing I really...
Get into here. Get another break.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, white ball's in over there. One went in.
One went in?
Yeah, it went in over here.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It keeps working.
And I sunk another one of his balls. So, Alexa's ahead by 2 balls, which means I need to sink 3 in one go to get ahead.
You have the easiest shot here, sir.
Yeah.
You're very bad at this game.
Still winning.
You are still winning. You are still winning.
No, you're only as bad as the person you're playing against.
I'm kind of scared to do more shots with this because I feel like the more we do, the more likely this explodes or the police come. Yeah, I'll do one more shot. One more shot?
Yeah.
Yep, alright. Okay, you've positioned me perfectly for white into these two. Don't even have to move the screen. 3. I hate this still. 2, 1.
Yeah, basically. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Something hit over there.
How did it not hit that cup?
It missed everything.
That is hilarious.
Beside the glass cup. He really does have luck on his side.
Yeah, so the reason that that one was so hard is that the piston's finally broken.
Oh my god.
What?
Why didn't you... I said, oh my god.
And I think that means that's the end of the game, as the piston expanded again and is now stuck, and I don't want to remake the whole thing. And also, I'm scared the police are going to come. So New South Wales Police, if you are watching this video, those loud bangs you heard, they were my car backfiring. Thank you so much for watching. If you like that, please subscribe and check.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that people in South Wales are rather cautious of would-be gunfires being shot in somebody's garage. Well, it's just the exhaust pipe, you know. Just an average Monday. Alright, so I promised to check out this Monster Hunter video, and let's just check out how to Monster Hunter. Actually, just a quick little thing. I want to see if that game is still alive. Oh, Wild Heart is dead. Oh no. It released this year. Well, that's unfortunate. Like, there was this Monster Hunter, not clone, but like adjacent type of game called Wild Heart that released this year. That was kind of fun. It had some of those that people called Fortnite mechanics, where you could have extra tools to hunt your monsters with. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be supported anymore. Oh, that sucks. EA abandoned it, of course. Whenever they see something that is not immediately profitable, they just decide to toss it away. But yeah, it's the unfortunate problem of big AAA publishers today. Well, I guess that we have to stick with the good old boys. This is a video by a YouTube channel. Let me see if I can pronounce this correctly. Punk Dunk, I think. Yeah. And yeah, it's about how to Monster Hunter. Let's watch. Oh. Technicalities.
Okay, he's not aggroed on me, but it definitely feels like he's aggroed on me. Oh my god, what?
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm feeling pretty dead right about now.
Dave, go!
Oh!
Oh my god.
Hey.
Monster Hunter is an absolute masterpiece of a game. Finally, a video game where I can beat my meat in front of animals without having to make an awkward twitlonger about it. It's got one of my favorite combat systems of all time. The armor and weapon designs are some of the best in the business, but it's bogged down by some completely whack design decisions. Who's the brainiac at Capcom that decided cutscenes should be unskippable? And they're like, bad. I actually can't see in this cut.
Well, the positive side is that it's real-time cutscene, so whatever it is that you have in there... Oh, no, actually it's not. It's not real-time. It's not real-time. Wait, which Monster Hunter title had real-time cutscenes? It is real-time? I didn't remember it being that way, but... Okay, I'm totally wrong then. Yeah. Never mind what I said. Redacted. This is World.
Because my guy's armor is so fucking massive. Big Chungus in the house. I can't see a fucking thing. Nitpicks aside, I love this series. I've been playing it since Monster Hunter Freedom 2, and I'm so happy that I can finally play it without turning my hand into a pretzel. But let's get down to business. What do you do in Monster Hunter? The first hurdle you'll have to get through, besides the character creator, the cat creator, the fucking unskippable cutscenes again, and the fact that navigating the ancient forest is like trying to escape the Sky Williams house, is the combat. If you're new to the game, you might dismiss it as feeling clunky, and if you're a Twitch streamer, you might hate the thought of commitment. That's why I always give new players the same piece of advice. Fuck the quests, fuck the monsters, fuck everything. You go to your training room and you beat the ever-living shit out of this log until you find something that gels with you. There are 14 different weapons. All of them are completely different, and each of them come packed with multiple playstyles, but they're pretty straightforward. Great sword, slow-ass hits, big-ass numbers. Got it. The bow, ranged attacks, but you're built like a Smash player. Gotcha. Dual blades. Small baby hits, small milky numbers. Not really my style. The charge blade. Charge blade's actually pretty easy. So how it works is you have two modes, the sword and shield mode and the axe mode. If you want to actually take full advantage of the axe mode, though, you have to charge your files again by switching. If you'd rather use axe mode on the other hand, those are really Hammer goes bonk. This is the part of the video where door number 2 opens, and I admit that everything I've said up until now has been a big fat fucking lie. This isn't Monster Hunter, it's Menu Hunter. Most of your playtime is realistically gonna boil down to making spreadsheets to figure out how to slaughter this innocent animal in the most efficient way possible. When the super best friends
I mean, it is true though. The preparation is half the gameplay. And it's the fun part of it. It's actually super enjoyable when a game engages you in its menus that much. Then you know that the dev did a good job. Because it usually is the most boring part. But this one is actually fun.
Made a series on Monster Hunter, they released 3 separate 40-minute videos. Most of it, and by that I mean an hour and a half, was Pat and Wooly yelling about numbers. And that's a pretty accurate depiction of what your playtime's gonna be like. It's gonna be a little bit of Cabela's Big Game Hunt, but mostly CoolMathGames.com. Capcom's really banking on you liking this part of the game, because if you don't, you'll end up doing no damage, or you'll become one of the Reddit virgins that thinks a mega endgame Black Dragon shouldn't be hard? Oh, and while you're there, do yourself a favor and don't start arguing about meta sets, because that shit gets pretty violent.
Dave, what's better? Full Safi or Elatrion Safi?
It's definitely full Safi, like 100%.
No, but Elatrion gives you like the same element, but like more defense though.
No, dude, like it's definitely full Safi, like 100%.
No,
like, I know.
well,
Dude,
20%.
I've done this like a million
No,
times.
motherfucker, I'm fighting Elatrion. I need
This game's skill ceiling is so high it makes Smash Ultimate look like Melee. There is a shitload of tech that the game never tells you about. Did you know that you can do 2 elemental discharges with a switch axe by clutch clawing after a mount attack? You can tackle through roars with a greatsword. You can speed up the quest board animation by holding R1. You can make a weapon that isn't a longsword. I mean, fuck, even arm wrestling has tech. On a controller, you can hit the circle button and left mouse click at the same time and you'll get double the inputs. That one might actually count as cheating, but
I didn't know that. That's a new hint. Okay. Well, next time that I pick up the game, and I will use that. Thanks for the hint.
What's the difference, really?
Alright, who are we kidding? Get over here. Let's settle this like men. If I win, Safi Elatrion's better.
Oh, you know what? I'm good. I don't really want to play.
You know what? I'm cheating.
Pick some control.
I'm bad at cheat. Which button is it?
I hear you, motherfucker. You're
Nah, I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating.
I can hear that.
Oh, man.
And then all of these mechanics combined are accompanied by brilliantly paced power escalation. You start the game off by beating the fuck out of some lizards that are basically lining up to be murdered, and then you fight their dad, who's pretty much a big punching bag, but he can hit you back. And then you fight Godzilla, who uses the lizard dad like a fucking chew toy, and then launches him at you. And then you fight a funny monkey.
Who makes Godzilla look like a punk bitch? And there's no letters in the chimpanzee alphabet that spell out the words consent form!
And I'm not here to lie to you, man. This game is hard. Like, really hard. These
Best level scaling in many games in a while. I don't know, like the depiction that we've had, now that we mentioned the whole Game Awards thing with Final Fantasy 16 and like the scale of certain creatures is fine. It's also well handled in that game, but holy shit. When was Monster Hunter World released again? I forget the date. Let me just look it up real quick. Okay, good old 2018. Okay, yeah. If this was 2018 and we got to vote what would be the best adventure game, it would have been it. It is that good. Yeah, until you get the option of fighting against a freaking mountain. And then you have to slow down your pace.
Game monsters will kick your ass, and some of them might even seem impossible. They feel like walls designed to completely break down your sanity. But eventually, after what feels like 40 attempts, you'll finally take down that big fucking monkey. And then you realize you actually need 10 gorilla ass cheeks to make your new favorite hat, so you fight him again. And every time you kill him, your hunt will be faster and faster and faster. And that's not because your number's getting bigger, my friend. It's you as a hunter who's getting better. Every time you fight a monster again, you are subconsciously internalizing and learning his moveset. And sooner or later, you'll know his patterns like the back of your hand, and he will be your bitch.
I like the idea of just you internalizing, thinking about your mind palace, trying to figure out how to interconnect all your different thoughts, the path that you took to reach the monster, and the only word that comes into mind is monkey. The field of study that's specifying is astrophysics. That is my jam.
And that's what I fucking love about this game, man. First of all, this fucking music. But what really keeps me coming back is that special feeling you get when you finally master a fight. Does his spin move, he always takes a breather, which means I can probably get a wallbang in. Oh, hitting Devil John here always knocks him out. Oh, Nurg's spikes will shoot out of the hand that he raises higher. Oh, this fight is fucking terrible. Oh, my friend thinks he's fucking funny.
What's so funny?
Obviously, hunting with friends is most efficient. But god damn it, the amount of trolling is endless.
Love it.
What?
I'm running a little bit for now.
And he's booling.
We can drop crystals on him here and get him to fight rats. Oh, or you could run into a bomb. He ran into the goo like a dumbass.
That one shots?
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Oh no, when you run out of heals.
I learned how to play Soul Calibur.
Dude, I can't heal. Oh my god, the roars. I've been spamming a max potion this whole time. I'm dead.
Oh, that was during the freaking Witcher collab. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, what the hell is Cirilla in there? Yeah, there was a whole thing with Geralt involved as well.
Ooh, very nice.
Got that ass.
Oh, he about to get the fucking squirrel! Son of a bitch! No, I don't want to eat a steak!
I'm literally gonna stand in it. I want to see how bad. Yeah, you heard me. Bring it, motherfucker.
No!
Yeah, fuck you.
Oh! Did you carve the tail, Sheena?
There's a tail?
Yeah, I got it.
Where is it?
Right here. It's
Oh,
chunky.
it looks like a rock.
The Thanos monster.
Oh, Jesus!
No! I've been duped.
I'll convince you to buy this game right now. Look at this. I'm gonna feed my monkey.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of your monkey.
Whoa! I thought it was No! Stop!
Get what you fucking deserve!
Oh! Oh no!
I can heal you.
I might be stunned. I'm stunned. Oh my god! Get me out of here! No! Oh, damn!
I got you.
And this is what the endgame's like.
Here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Gigante.
What is that?
Okay.
It's not a fun fight. What the fuck? Oh my god!
I'm fucking Dragonfly too.
Oh,
no, I'm on the breeze of Turkey.
What? When you climb that mountain and defeat the undefeatable,
and then you still don't get the fucking item you need because this game is fucking stupid!
fuck this, I'm doing Egg quests.
Which aren't
I'm
easy
gonna kill
either.
myself. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As usual, I'd like to thank my patrons, which include Chef Boyardee, Papa John's, Madame Tussauds, you know, all the pasta people. They really helped me out with this one. And what the
Madame Tussauds. What?
fuck was that? Who was that guy? I have no idea. He sounded familiar though. Like, I swear I've gotten a video of his recommended to me and I stopped watching the moment I heard him talk. Oh yeah, wasn't he doing... he was doing videos on that one game. What's it called? Paladins? Yeah, I think that rings a bell. I'm pretty sure he said the N-word. He also used to do these really unfunny sketches with like this dad and his disabled kid. What was his name?
Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
His name was Jimmy. Okay, I need some context for that. That might be the next thing to check. Oh, this was fun. Thank you. Nobunaga's ambition? No. Is that like one of those not Dynasty Warrior type game, is it? Let me see. On Steam, do I have it here? Nobunaga's ambition. Oh, okay. So it is one of those. It. Oh man. It's Tecmo. And we know how Tecmo have a tendency of handling games in the wrong way.
Shall we enter discussions? Well negotiated. Very good. I've no qualms.
We've toppled their castle! I couldn't dream of a happiness greater than this. I will do everything in my power for my lord.
I know more of the Dynasty Warrior franchise because I played almost all of the games besides the 9th. It was horrible. Yeah. I don't know, Samurai Warrior I only know of because of the anime adaptation. But okay, it's interesting. I think that if I get to go through the Age of Empire games and like really get into those again, this might be a title worth picking up. I think so. Well, it sounds interesting though. It looks interesting. Okay, so Pongdong used to make videos on Smite. Yeah, Smite. I know. I played a bit about all of the guards fighting each other. It was a good replacement for when I quit playing League of Legends. It's like how you don't just leave an addiction immediately. You have to trickle down slowly. But okay, well, I will check out more of Pongdong then. But guys, I think that I will have to cut this one a bit short though, because I need to get some sleep and also do a little bit of work tomorrow. Plus, we are experiencing the best season. Much like anybody who's living in Florida, like all year round, we are experiencing a great hurricane season. And we might have some power shortages tomorrow. We had that early in the morning, and I was freaked out because usually I have like certain alarms set, like a physical one, not one on my phone, because I try to like stay away from social media so that I don't end up doom scrolling when I'm supposed to sleep. So I have like an electric one that wasn't working, and I was like thinking, hold on, what the hell happened? And then like everything in the house was just dark. And then I found out that we had a power shortage for like 3 hours. Yeah, it's no, actually, yeah, true 3 hours. They try to get the things going back and forth, but it kept on shutting down. But yeah, that's what happened when you live up north. It gets cold and windy, and people are never prepared for it to happen. But anyways, yeah. This is going to be it for today, guys. Thank you for being part of especially the voting process for the Game Awards. I'll definitely be streaming that, so if you want to join on that stream, it'll be fun. And I will be playing, I think, the Stanley Parable. I'll upload the stream version from Twitch, I think tomorrow, and perhaps we'll play that further on the weekend here on the channel, so be fun if you want to join. That being said though, I wish you all to have a wonderful night, guys, and see ya in the next one. Bye.